Hey superstar, it's Gavin Speaks. It's very important on the planet right now, because things are about to get crazy, to start living in the 3D but operating from the 5D. And what that means is you're going to live from the universe's presence, you're going to live from consciousness, you're going to live from unconditional love, you're going to live from God, Allah, Jesus, Krishna. You're going to live from the Most High, and you're going to see life through the eyes of Source. You're going to see life through the eyes of God, but you're going to be practical about it, right? You're going to be practical about, I'm living in a 3D reality. I need to take action towards my goals. I'm living in a 3D reality. I need to create a security bank account to put savings aside in case something goes wrong in this 3D reality. I need to follow my passion, my purpose work, and make it happen in a strategic way, and be okay with receiving money, being okay with charging, being okay with earning passive income, multiple streams of income, working on your energy levels. You've got to be practical about that and not woo-woo about it, hoping God's going to change things and whatever it is, right? So we're operating from the 5D but being very practical in the 3D. We're operating from the feminine but understanding that we're living in the masculine, all right? We're living in the ego construct right now. And my teachings is based on heart-based manifestations. My teaching is getting back to nature. My teachings is getting back to truth. My teachings is operate from unconditional love, see life through the eyes of God, through the eyes of Source. Love on everyone, even the bad people. Forgive, forget, let go, right? Empty your cup so you can welcome more things into your life. And ground yourself into nature, into the world, into the present moment. You are here right now, consciousness, awareness, you are love. But be very practical about your love, all right? Protect your heart at all costs. I saw a post from Infinite Waters, put it up on screen right now. And he said 50% namaste, 50% who talking to, something like that, okay? And one of the things that I've said in the past is I'm 50% Deepak, as in Deepak Chopra. I'm 50% Tupac. 50% Deepak, 50% Tupac. Impractical, practical. Masculine, feminine, yin, yang. If you catch me on the streets and you treat me wrong, right, I'm gonna step up in your face and tell you like it is. Because I understand masculine and feminine dynamic. I'm going to walk through life as a kind person, not a nice person, right? I'm going to walk through life as a kind person, not a nice person. Nice people, nice, the etymology of nice means foolish. The etymology of nice means people pleasing. The etymology of nice means people walk all over me. That's a foolish state. You never want to be nice. You can be kind, but don't be nice. So in this reality, I understand that some people are going to be out of alignment with my truth and my core being and my kindness, take advantage of my kindness. And so as chosen ones, as empaths, we need to learn to confront people and be in that masculine dynamic, right? We need to learn to ground ourselves into the 3D and understand that we need to protect our hearts, protect our energy at all costs. It's a must. So don't get impractical about your spirituality. Don't go lean too far in the feminine and lose yourself, lose your identity, lose who you are. I don't like my job. I don't like this. I don't like that. I hate the world. Blah, blah, blah. Now you're functioning on toxic spirituality. That person's negative. My job, I don't like this. I don't like the governments. I don't like the banks. I don't like this. I don't, right? Now you're functioning on toxic spirituality. Balanced spirituality is saying, hey, I accept it for what it is. Here's what I'm going to do about it. I'm going to still be namaste, right? I'm going to still be spiritual, but I'm going to be practical about what's going on the planet right now. And I'm still going to create abundance and live a life of freedom. You can't stop me. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up, right? You want to step into that vibration. Ground yourself here, earth, strong. Like a tree trunk, roots rooted in, like you're grounded into earth. And then you got the beautiful, beautiful tree branches and the leaves and maybe some fruits, right? And some birds and nests and stuff like that, right? The beauty and the masculine, the as above, so below, right? The truth is right in front of your eyes, that you need to live a more balanced life. Does that make sense? You want to become more congruent with the truth. Feminism, third wave is here, and it's like, get rid of men, right? It's get rid of men, get rid of masculine energy. Masculine energy is toxic, you know, all of this stuff. We're trying to get rid of both dynamics. I understand, like, masculine energy can be toxic, feminine energy can be toxic. That's what we got to realize as a whole, right? We want to be more in harmony with ourselves. We want to learn the truth and stop fighting, you know, fat masculine, feminine dynamics, right? Nature, that's everywhere. The roots is the masculine, right? Here, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, the three lower chakras, masculine energy, right? Throat chakra, third eye chakra, crown chakra, feminine energy. Spiritual, 3D, root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus chakra, masculine, right? 3D, this world. Higher chakras, throat, third eye, crown, feminine energy, most high, 5D, right? Heart chakra, the in-between, right? The yin and the yang, where it meets together, right? That's the center. That's the 0 point. The heart is very powerful, right? It's a dual energy where things merge. So it merges in our chakras. It merges on planet Earth. We see it all the time. We see it everywhere. And so we need to become more connected and merging them, creating balance, right? Not overworking, not working too little, right? Finding the balance for your abundance, for your template. And so the lower chakras, the root chakra, the sacral, the solar plex, we're dealing with survival, right? Root chakra, survival, the material world, physical things, right? Food, right? Shelter. Root chakra energy, sacral chakra energy, we're dealing with the sexual energy. Again, that can be spiritual, right? That can be spiritual, but mostly, like, you know, the way that we look at it in this world is a physical thing, right? Sacral chakra energy, also dealing with the family dynamic, friend dynamic, creativity. If you strengthen your root chakra, sacral chakra, abundance and material stuff will be sorted out for you. You got to strengthen that and make sure that's organized. All right, solar plexus chakra, you need that to make it happen. Confidence, you're dealing with self-esteem and confidence. The ego construct is the solar plex. And as you develop the ego construct in terms of, I love myself, I appreciate myself, I am enough, right? Once you get that, boom, now you're taking action towards your goals, you're making it happen. You want to add some heart energy to that, boom, you're amplifying it, you're adding a catalyst to what it is that you're creating. Throat chakra, you got to speak what you want into existence. Be careful what you tell yourself and what you tell others. In fact, I would avoid telling others anything about what you're doing. Keep it to yourself. Communicate nice to yourself. Say good things to yourself, right? Third eye chakra, visualization, psychic abilities, seeing it for what it is, right? Seeing it for what it isn't, right? Thinking beyond, right? Tapping into the crown chakra, connecting in with the universe, the most high. You want to begin trusting your path and not listening to others who have no idea what spirituality is, have no idea. They're in this frame of thinking, you're in this frame of thinking, and you're trying to get advice from someone who don't get it. Like, you know, they're outside of your way of thinking and vice versa. But in actuality, a lot of spiritual people understand the people over here because they've been there, right? Then they had their awakening experience and they came over here, right? They came over this side. Does it make sense? They transformed into something new and they want to share it with this person over here, but this person over here is on their own journey. And so be practical about these people, right? 5D, you're gonna love on this person, right? 5D, but you understand you're living in the 3D and they're living in the 3D. So how can you be practical about that? What can you shift and change? How can you communicate in a way that they will understand, right? How can you be more constructive about this reality? Sometimes you need to move on. Sometimes you need to communicate. Sometimes you need to understand them more. As someone who's had their awakening, it's actually your responsibility, because now there's a place of leadership. And a lot of people don't like to hear that, but the truth is, I'm not going to say you're above. I'm not going to say you're better than. What I'm going to say is that you're closer to source, right? You're closer to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. And you know the truth more than they know the truth. And so there's a sense of leadership there. And you have to embrace that. Sometimes it's going to be hard because other people are not going to hear you. But what I found to be the best tool to having people realize is to focus on yourself and not trying to change anything outside of you. Just focus on changing yourself and the world around you will change, right? And if it doesn't, then you know what to do, right? Whatever you're guided to do at that point. But you want to build your cup so full. You want to focus on your skill sets, your mindsets, your growth attributes, whatever it is. You want to focus on that to the point where they're like, whoa, I want to look over this direction. Something's shining over here. I'm gravitating towards this. This kind of makes sense to me now. I'm more open to it. Now I want to, I want to do this. Does it make sense? And so I'm not just saying this to say this. I'm saying this through my own life experience, through working with so many clients, right? And just seeing it time and time again. I give them the same advice, the same result happens time and time again, even in romantic relationships. And it's crazy what happens and what unfolds just by doing this one thing properly, right? Being 5D, operating in the 5D, but understanding that you're living in the 3D and being practical about it. The problem and challenge with this world is people are not living with God in their hearts, whatever God is for you. If you had God in your heart fully, deeply and completely, you would not be afraid of no variants and viruses and lockdown and the world's corrupting and what about money and all of this stuff. You would not be afraid of this stuff. You can prepare, but you are grounded fully into the understanding that this is unconditional love. You also understand that if you are afraid of death, you do not understand the true meaning of life. And that's what we need to realize as chosen ones, that we do not die. We are infinite beings. We just transmute and transform. So by doing that, what happens is you create this state called equanimity. Equanimity is where you have peace inside no matter what. If there's chaos going on in the external reality, you have this, you can always come back to this space. That's when you know you got God in your heart. That's when you really know that you're in your truth. And you can get there just by understanding and building a relationship with the Most High, right? Building a relationship with your heart, building a relationship with gratitude, building a relationship with unconditional love, building a relationship with that. How do you do that? Meditation. Meditation doesn't have to be sitting there, sitting down, focusing on the Most High. Meditation can be just literally looking at a bird flying by, looking at the wind blowing through the trees. That's meditation. Walking meditation, where you're focused on connecting with nature. You just focus on feeling connected to nature whilst you're walking. That's a meditation. All right. It doesn't have to be sitting down, ying, 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 right? Right. No, you can connect in with what we call source by just seeing it with our eyes, with our physical senses, and realizing that's the true reality versus what we see in the concrete jungle. all the signs, all the labels, all the logos, all the advertising, all the social medias, all the news, all the televisions, all the radio stations. Again, all of this, no one's talking about this apart from, you know, people like myself who do the social media in a way that talks about things like this. So build depth, build that deeper and deeper and deeper. I'm always building it. Like, I want to build it more and more. How can I build my relationship with the Most High more and more? How can I appreciate God, the universe more and more? How can I feel more connected to self, this reality, but also, again, being connected to the 5D and being practical in the 3D, all right? And understanding, accepting it for what it is. Until you accept it, you're always going to be suffering, all right? This is what it is. Probably going to be like this for a little while longer. Am I going to keep on fighting what it is? Once you accept what it is, you're like, well, that's the way it's going to be. Who am I going to choose to be in this reality? And what am I going to create going forward to create change? In my own life, maybe in my family and friends' life, maybe the world's life, right? Maybe the spirit life. It depends on what level of consciousness you're at. There's ego-based, there's egocentric, where you only care about yourself, the Donald Trumps of the world, right? Megalomaniacs, psychopaths, sociopaths, narcissists, usually only care about themselves, egocentric, right? Then you got the ethnocentric, people who care about their family and their friends, right? World-centric, where you're now focused on helping and serving the world, right? What I'm doing right now is as a world-centric thing, but it's also a spirit-centric thing because I'm talking about spirituality, right? When you care about the planet, when you care about the environment, when you care about the animals, you are stepping into being more spirit-centric, all right? And so it depends on where you're at, but understand that contributing and focusing on your giving and what you can change is going to make a huge difference. And one's not bigger than the other, right? If you're just changing family dynamic, you're tweaking that, right? Imagine the ripple effect, because that child's now going to grow up a certain way and give onto the world in a certain way and contribute to the world in a certain way. And, you know, let's say for instance that child starts a YouTube channel. That YouTube channel is making people laugh. It's about comedy or whatever it is. It's making all these people laugh. He gets 1 million followers. Like, imagine the impact of that, the vibration, the ripple effect of just one child, right? So you can't like say, oh, this is better than this. If you focus on family in this and you don't really want to help the world necessarily in that way, you can do it indirectly. And so don't get into the state of being measured. You can't be measured, right? This world teaches us that we are measured by how much qualifications we have, the grades that we have, the amount of money that we earn, the style of car that we have, the type of phone that we own, the clothes that we wear. You cannot be measured. You're an infinite being, right? All of this stuff is ego construct that they, right, egocentric, they want for us to be distracted so we can pay them money, so we can be consumerists, so that we can be attached to the matrix, because they don't want us to ascend and graduate to the next level. It's like a video game, and the video game, who's winning? Who do you want to win? Are you going to beat the video game, or are you going to allow the inorganic ones to win? The choice is yours. You are a chosen one. I'm sure you're choosing to be of the light. And once again, I can't wait to support you inside of my program and courses and coachings. All right, get the free energy reading. The link will be in the description, where you can find out what your vibrational frequency is, and this will determine how much you can manifest and where you need to be in order to create abundance levels of manifestation, law of attraction 2.0. Okay, there's also a link in the description. Boost your energy levels. Very, very powerful stuff. Will radically increase your energy levels. And check out my previous video over here, and check out my 3-part series on how to raise your vibration correctly. And remember to keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.